Welcome to ETS. I'm Donna Lopez, and this is your channel message for April 1st through to the 7th of 2020. So, welcome to my channel. I look to the side where my calendar is. I get information as I'm doing the video right now. Today, I already have it on the other calendar. Today is the 21st of March. So, I do my videos well in advance so that I can lean into that and do other things around the videos should I need to or choose to, like the meditations I've been sharing recently. I live in California, and we are knee deep in the COVID-19. We're placed in house, I guess is what it's called. We're not to go to work any longer. All the businesses are closed except for places where we can get groceries or gas or our banks or healthcare and necessities. So mechanics and appliance places are open, etc. like that. But all other businesses are all closed down. We are asked to do social distancing. So staying 6 feet from anyone. If we do go out, I walk my neighborhood outside, and go out by the bay and take a walk out there. And, I have to say, I love the view of the bay, but there were more people. So being mindful of distance and who's coughing and etc. like that, because not everybody is aware to the level that maybe we might think they need to be. So we need to be very patient with people as we all learn this new normal for a while anyway. So with that, let's go ahead and look. We're going to look at the 1st through to the 3rd, which is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All right, I feel like some of you are really kind of being very contemplative, feeling into some, I want to say, some heart-centered feelings, like really tuning into you. I feel very loving with this. I feel like a lot of soul reflection, um, and kind of a lot of pondering and allowing yourself, though, to open up to in a way where your mind isn't thinking about this, but you're allowing new information and new insights to kind of float into your awareness. And there's a lot of grace happening right now. I can feel it so much right here. But I want to say, as my hand is like this, I feel like I'm holding my heart. And I want to say with love, we need to just kind of open up and give that heart a place to like beat freely. We may be confined to our home somewhat or to our little spaces, especially for our people that are alone, living alone. This is difficult. If you live with someone or live with your family, um, you know, you have somebody to hug, somebody to talk to more often. But what I'm seeing is that there's this tendency to not want to open up and allow your heart the space it needs to really kind of regulate itself and get used to, I want to say, what I'm hearing is this pregnant pause, this space that we're having right now. I hear there's clarity coming, much more clearing and much more clarity. I also see a lot of things kind of becoming unfurled. So what was kind of tightly wound up, in other words, we didn't have good information on, I feel like it's beginning to open up and open up and open up. And then it's like a horn, and all of a sudden, now we know. Now we're getting information. This is very helpful to everyone. I'm hearing something about New Jersey. I know Rochelle in New York, that little segment is going through the same thing we're doing here in California. But for some reason, New Jersey's coming in, but I feel like there's some information there that's going to be very useful. If that's not too far from that area, I don't think. I'm not from New York, so I don't know. But what I'm getting is that there's going to be some new information coming in from that area, new insight, You know, everybody that's gone before us is showing us the way to be present in this situation. I feel, though, that there's also a lot of you that are ready to serve your country. And I want to say, in terms of showing up and ready to serve humanity, also. Like, I'm here to serve, like, you know, and I'm seeing a lot of that. And we have seen a lot of that in our communities as well. People really reaching out and helping. I feel this is so interesting because I feel like I'm seeing the days mixed up, the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like they're mixed up a little bit. I don't know what that is. It feels a little, I want to say the word helter skelter. Like things are just kind of popping up a little bit differently. Like they should have said that. What they said on Friday, they should have said on Wednesday. What they said on Wednesday, they should have said on Friday. Information like that. Mm-hmm. Let's see what else. I do see some movement, some change for some of you as well. Some of you might just be really stripping through your closets. I feel like you're looking for something, or you're going to get everything out of there, and before anything goes back in, it's going in one thing at a time, and I'm going to clean up each thing. Reminds me of I think it's called Con Marie, the tidying up type of thing, where everything comes out of the closet and only what you brings you joy goes back in this closet. Interesting. All right, we're going to look at the 4th and the 5th, which is, excuse me, Saturday, Sunday. I feel that some of you might feel like you can't lift one leg out of, in other words, I'm feeling a lot of heaviness in the legs. Like I got to pick my leg up to make it want to move forward, as if maybe, I want to say for some of you that you're not aware of maybe what depression can look like, it can actually be just like that, where you're sleepy, unmotivated, your body feels heavier than usual. Um, hmm. I'm feeling, though, that they're saying that if you just can get yourself centered right here in the center, you know, just center into your heart here and take that deep breath in. You know, for many of us, I've heard this, so this is not my own, but that we can breathe. So you can breathe. Your lungs can do what they're supposed to do. So please do that, not just for yourself, but for others. And as you do that, the inner breath really is very cleansing and healing. Will help you kind of open up and like, okay, all right. And then things start moving. You start opening up and able to lighten up your energy a little bit. I am seeing some things around beauty and balance in terms of your understanding. In other words, you're finding the beauty in the situation, you're finding the balance. And I don't want to give this video in terms of only those that are in the situation that we in California here are dealing with. Because I know Italy's going through this already, and China's gone through it before us, and there are other areas that are going through this as well. So this isn't just the only information that is coming in, but this is what they're sharing with me right now to share with you. All right, so I just listen to the guides and bring in what they want to bring in. I also am seeing on Sunday something about the dictionary. I feel like we are okay, I'm hearing becoming more aware of the definition, or the what is the exact definition of this. So much more clarity, and this will help those of you too that are dealing with some new situations and new things where you're confused about how to manage what you're learning, because the definition has not been defined clearly enough yet. All right, but I see this definition coming in much clearer. All right, we're going to look at the 6th and the 7th. That's Monday, Tuesday. I feel like there's going to be a lot of, it's like I'm seeing these doors kind of open and open and open like this. And so I feel like I'm walking through a hallway with all these doors that just kind of opening up. And so you may be managing a lot is what that's telling me. I'm also seeing something about an emerald. I feel like it's almost like the emerald cut or an emerald ring. And this has come up before in my videos, which I find it really interesting. So I don't know how this fits specific, but there's something to do with the emerald stone, the emerald color. That's also the color of the heart chakra. There's a richness, and also the cut, which is a geometric shape. Perhaps I feel like they're saying there's like a code within that. I also am hearing something about the zodiac symbol, maybe where the emerald fits in. That the energies around that might also be assisting us at this time, because I feel good about this. I feel like it's a buildup, like it's a healing, it's a help. It's almost like if I wanted to say an emerald elixir. All right. All right. So let's look at now the first through to the seventh, all the way through. All right. I'm hearing something about Trump. This is so interesting because I rarely bring him up, but it's coming up. Uh, and I'm hearing something about wise, like he's becoming a little more awake, let's say. All right, is the word I want to use. Um, Not that he's wise, but that he is becoming awake to the wisdom, to the intelligence, to the knowledge that is being presented before him, and much more clear on where to put energy and where to put the focus and who to assist. I feel like there's a select area where I see his energy going and him working on that one area more than anything else. And this would be as if I were looking at a map of all the different items that they have to deal with, which you can imagine what that might look like. If it were on a board, it would probably cover a million rooms here, but it's like zoning in and really being intelligent about what to do. Okay, that's all good news for all of us. Um, hmm. All right. They're also saying that you're smarter than you think. I want to say that some of you have been afraid, because I almost wanted to cry when I was going to say this. And but they want you to know that you're smarter than you think. That you're going to cut through each situation as it comes to you. In other words, we don't have to project so far out into the future as to what's going to happen and how we're going to handle it. But when you need to handle something, you will cut right through it and get right to it very easily. I'm also hearing guardian angels stepping in. So many of you calling your guardian angels to assist you at this time, because the energies are very strong and they are assisting us. I know my dad, who is what I would like to call a layperson, not open or not open to this work, familiar, of course, but has been having some very profound, and he's 87, experiences that are very strong awakenings for him. So we've been told about this, that we're in a slumber, and that those that are asleep will become, start to wake up, and they will need assistance because they may feel very shattered. Their reality may be shattered. It's like, think of it like shards of glass that are all over, and they don't know how to collect the pieces and put it back together. All right. And this happens with a lot of, post-traumatic stress. And, there are many that feel that they've been in this post-traumatic stress experience for longer than the time period we're dealing with right now. So they can't really handle these extra layers. But they are wanting to compliment you and tell you that you are keeping your eye on the prize, on the ball, on now. Now is the prize. Now. What you do right now. Yeah, all right. And I also feel some sort of relief coming in, like whatever burden you were feeling around responsibilities, that some of that is going to lighten up for you. So you'll be able to, like, I can breathe, and they're all right. I want to say they're saying be patient, but I want to say don't be patient. Say thank you for patience. When you ask for patience, you get all the issues around becoming patient. Just say thank you for patience, because I see this patience coming to you. I do feel that some of you are wanting to, like, can I just turn the clock back and start like a little bit before 12, before the dial went to 12, so that I can just redo those steps again. And they're saying calm, calm, just stay calm, and that you haven't missed any steps, and that if you have a need, put the thought out there, because this is how the ethers are right now. It's very thin right now, And when we have a need, you just put the thought out there and allow the universe to bring that answer back to you. But if you don't ask and you don't put that out there, and you assume you can handle whatever's happening on your own through panic or fear, that you will just tighten yourself up a lot tighter. Sometimes just calling and talking to a friend that may not have any more information than you have, but you'll be able to speak out loud and share your reflections and them as well back to you. I see some opportunities coming in through this for a lot of people, because they just showed me a lot of opportunity coming in. I am going to look at, because I've had so many people ask me, how long is this going to last? So I'm going to go ahead and see what they'll show us around. And I don't want to ask specific to just California, because we're still looking at how China has been dealing with this and how Italy is dealing with it and other areas that have hit harder than California till now. So let me look at it overall. I'm going to look at it. I'll look at it overall first. Let's see. I feel as though there's help is coming, is what I'm seeing. All of a sudden, a hook went down into some deep waters and is lifting people up out of that emotional turmoil and placing them in a space where it's clean, it's dry, and it's safe. I am hearing January. January 2021 is what I'm hearing. Now, that doesn't mean that we have to wait till then, because I was looking at this globally, all right? For the rest of us, I'm going to look at the United States. Well, I do hear fear mongers. So I do feel that there are people that are feeding on the fear energy and fear mongering. So while it may be over, the implications of those that perpetrated this fear mongering may last longer than the actual issues that we're dealing with in terms of not spreading a virus, all right? Because that is a fear virus, all right? They can go on for a while. I'm hearing Texas will determine, which I know, I don't know if they went extra liberal and haven't done much to shut things down, but for some reason, Texas is coming up really strong. As if Texas is going to come online with some good information or some new information. Maybe it'll just come out of Texas. I don't know what kind of places are there in terms of healthcare, et cetera, or science in that way. But for whatever reason, Texas is coming up very strong. I'm seeing a 5, like 5 months. Feels like 5 months, because it's not 5 weeks. It's more like 5 months. So this is March, so April, May, June, July, August 20th, right in there. Okay, so August, sometime like that. Yeah, all right. And let's look at the rest of the globe. Other than the United States, I want to reach out to people that, my European friends and my Australian friends and, those that are on the islands. Let's see what's going on globally in their area for them. I hear Europe may be like 7 months, so I feel like there's a little bit more there in Europe, but not far off. They'll be into maybe the end of September, but September, which would only be a month more than us. But I feel like it'll be more so that things are going to kind of come to a bit of a coming together. But by the fall, then we'll see things kind of people picking up the pieces and slowly putting things back together. Okay, this has been a lot more than exposure to a virus. They're saying this has been exposure. Exposure to your fears, exposure to your entrainment, the things that you align with, that you allow yourself to be hypnagogically connected with. and to your choices, the choices you've made and the choices you're going to be making. Um, yeah. All right. I think that's good on that. Let me see if there's anything else they want to give us. They're just talking about the happiness factor. Um, sometimes we're not happy till we don't have a reason to not be happy, and other times we just choose to not be happy because it's a kind of something that we just run, this unhappiness thing, right? Like always finding a reason to be upset about something, and those are just like habits. Lots of times they're not actually real things happening, or they're things that happen but we make them much bigger. This is something big and different, but it's a turnstile. It's a turnstile is what they're showing me. It's a big turnstile. We're going to come out the other end to a new beginning, a new process. And I feel that we will be much more productive in it's interesting, in a fearless way. Fearless way. So with that, I want to send you all my love, all my blessings, healings. I'll work to get more meditation videos out. I've been having a little issue with the audio, as some of you may have noticed, but I've still just felt I had to put something out there, that you could lean into. So I will get that audio straightened out so they will be much smoother. And I'm having my little learning curve, all right, too. One of my programs that I work with is decided to act differently, all right. So with that, I want to say thank you all so very, very much. Namaste.